Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Beauty Soul Tarot. I hope you're doing well. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Capricorn. This energy could, this is for the middle to end of April. This energy could reverse. Like it could be where I'm saying it's about you, but it's actually about someone else. And just a disclaimer, like I don't know if this is going to make sense now for you or later. But sometimes if it's too clear, it can be kind of scary and overwhelming. So I'm just letting you know that might be a thing, but nothing to worry about. Okay, so let's just get started here, Capricorn. Okay, this card's wanting to pop out. Capricorn. These two cards want to come out. Okay. This card. This card. Okay. There's a lot trying to come out here. I'm going to get the overall message. Okay. So let's just get right into this. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of them. Someone is withholding communication right off the bat. That's what I'm getting. So depending on your situation, I feel like there's someone who is interested in you, or there's someone who's focused on you, and they keep second guessing their decision. Like they keep kind of turning around to figure out if they want to look back again. There's something that has fizzled out. So overall, like the situation feels like it's fizzled out, and somehow it feels like your hope. Okay. It almost feels like the hopes and desires of the situation have fizzled out, or they're just not in the upright. Like they're not, it feels like there's something about the situation that feels like it's not as exciting, or like it's it doesn't have to be that it's not exciting. It's more that it isn't necessarily going in the path. Like it's not on the path, or it's not along the path in the way that you wanted it. Like someone kind of keeps looking over at what they see on their side, and what they see on their side is something that's not very interesting. Well, we have the Nine of Cups. And this could symbolize some overindulgence. I feel like someone feels overflooded. Again, this could be you, overflooded by almost like the same thing, like the same sights, the same pictures, the same presence, the same something. Something is the same and it's routine. There's another person here who is not responding, or not. I'm hearing like there's no life here, but that's not like true. I'm just saying like, how do I say that? It's almost like someone's gone MIA. Like you don't know, like they aren't doing anything, right? But however, this is really interesting and confusing. There's something about style, okay? There's something about ideas, style, but there's something disappointing a little bit about it, because it's like I'm hearing fizzled out, but there's still some hope here. There's something about finding the perfect like dress, the perfect suit, the perfect outfit, the perfect hat, the perfect dress. I think I keep saying dress. Someone feels like somebody okay. I'm hearing a smile. There's something disappointing someone feels about a smile. I'm not quite sure. There are answers, but the answers, it's like you have to kind of dig around to get some of the answers. Now, once again, there seems to be like a frequent passing where there's like someone has their eyes opened, so to speak, but they are coming up with ideas to please their needs. And so it feels like, I don't know. It just feels like the situation isn't as exciting. Let's see what else. Ten of Pentacles, family. Okay. Someone doesn't want to, someone feels like, oh, here's your family, or here's, okay. I don't know. I feel like someone's like, oh, here's your family and here's your stuff. And, but like, there's no malice or there's no ill intent, but it feels like, okay, I'm trying to find the missing piece because there's a missing piece here. Something's floating in the atmosphere, so to speak, metaphorically, and there's no fighting, but there's no fighting. Like it's almost like you're like, okay, so where are we at? Then there's this cloud that is covering the situation. And there's some disappointment, like someone feels like the light went out, like a light switch turned off, or someone moved the light switch, and now there's like a fishing for it. Like now it's like, let's find that cup that has the water in it because, and it seems to be with the moon, okay? The cup seems to be with the moon. Now, however this makes sense to you, will make sense. Okay, the moon is a very moody, emotional, and confusing energy. It's also very mysterious and nurturing, but there's a double side to a coin, and I kept hearing the answer goes back to the moon. So this could be it has to do with how you're feeling about something. You might be getting a gut instinct of confusion, like something is perfect, picture perfect. Something is picture perfect. However, you're like, what's the catch here? Like, what am I missing? So, Capricorn, what else do we see here? We have the Judgment in reverse, Death card. Something feels like it's not going to... Okay. Let's see here. It feels like there's a misunderstanding about standards, or I feel like someone feels like they're just kind of out there and there's nothing. Capricorn, we have the Six of Wands. You're going back to you're going back to something that isn't very interesting, okay, is what I'm seeing here. It's not very interesting, and it feels like there's love, there's care, there's support. There's something about water being isolated. But you're going back and you're like, there's something exciting. Now there's more excitement, or there's more something like success, okay? This could have to do with success, money. You're definitely doing well there. You're definitely doing well with practical matters. I think that you lost interest, or something lost its interest, and you're returning to check on it, but there's someone who's just kind of like, oh, that's what we're checking on. However, the situation is supported in a sort of way, like there is care. However, you don't feel like you're aligned. Okay, so there's still investment being made here. Capricorn. I see a masculine energy, or a guy who's kind of irate, who's definitely back and forth emotionally and feeling disconnected or disconnecting himself. I see this guy is like, but here's the thing, like there's something about success and like communication and ideas, and something about winning or doing well. I don't want to say it has to be winning. That is very like great. Like it's amazing. So I'm not sure what this is that decided to take a turn, like a spiral downwards, but there's something that's going well, but something feels like it's a mismatch, like definitely a mismatch of some kind. Okay, there's like a gorgeous woman here. A very like well-rounded woman who's definitely very focused on money. This could be you. You could be very focused on your assets, your income, the way that your appearance is. This is definitely motherhood, a single mom I'm seeing, or a single gorgeous woman. How much time do we have? Okay, We have about 3 minutes. Someone doesn't know if something's worth the investment. Like they're like, I don't know if this is worth my investment. But there's this woman or a couple of women here who are, it's not working. So then it almost feels like there's another woman where there's security, but then it feels boring. So it feels like there's still more to figure out here. I'm seeing like there's another doorway opening. I feel like this man is going back to check something, like, and something doesn't add up. It does not align. So the goal here is to figure out where we're going, is basically the goal. Like, where are we going and how do we overcome this? So this is confusing. I see like several, now I'm getting more than one person. Now there's like a very caring woman. This could be all one person, but there's like a very caring woman here who goes back to pull something out of the dirt. There's something very respectable, but it's like you go to pull something out to renew, like someone feels like they're looking at like several different things in front of them and they're like, get out of my way, get out of my way. I need to pick this up. You could be dealing with a Virgo, a Scorpio, a Leo, a Libra. Yeah, someone's trying to pull something out of like a vow system or like a court system. This is definitely taking time, and it is something that is kind of off to the side. It's definitely a new start, but it's off to the side. I feel like there's wisdom in this, there's wisdom in how the time goes with this situation.